Guthrie, good job.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much. It's a joy to be here. You guys have really good food. Okay, when I was trying to think of what I wanted to say to y'all today, I thought, well, maybe if I looked at some of the stuff my predecessors had said, that I could get some insight. So I read a couple of their speeches, and what I found was that but for the foundation and membership, a lot of what they said was no longer relevant in this day and time. We are no longer our grandfather's Rotary Club. Now, my grandfather's Rotary Club was older, white men in professional suits who met at the country club once a week for lunch. I'm not sure if they personally did any projects at all, but I suspect that what they did was write checks. Not that I'm casting aspersions on writing checks. Writing checks is pretty good. But in our day, there are a lot more things that we can and should be doing. You may or may not know that in 2016, the Council of Legislation changed all the rules. Of course, women had been allowed to join Rotary since 1987. Except in some of the good old boy clubs that had to be dragged kicking and screaming into the 21st century. Carthage, Texas being one of them, because I was the first woman in 2004. So Rotary's version of women's suffrage wasn't part of the 2016 changes. However, almost everything else was. The 2016 council decided that you no longer had to own your own business or be a professional person to join Rotary. And by the way, the professional quotas went away as well. You could have more than 3 bankers, 2 insurance guys, 4 preachers, a dentist, a doctor, a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker, and 4 Indian chiefs. Basically, every vocation has merit, and every person has value and deserves civility, trust, and respect. The 2016 council also realized that if we wanted Rotary to stay alive after we're gone, we would have to make joining Rotary attractive to younger people. So, out went the attendance rule. You don't have to show up every week, although we will miss you if you're not there. And also, clubs are not required to meet at the same time in the same place every week. One week you can meet for lunch. One week you can meet for cocktails, and some weeks you don't have to meet at all and do projects instead. So as you can see, most of the changes are geared to getting more young people into Rotary. Millennials would much rather put their cell phone down and do projects and get their hands dirty than to have lunch and listen to a speaker. Besides, most of them are raising families and trying to move up in their chosen field, and can't be tied down to every Thursday at noon at Fran's Diner. Rotary's greatest asset is membership. When membership increases, our clubs become more vibrant. Membership is Rotary International's highest internal priority. The unique perspectives and expertise demonstrated by the members of all ages are used to improve lives everywhere with impactful and sustainable projects. Making Rotary attractive to young professionals as well as those reaching retirement are now fully and equally important to Rotary's future. Younger professionals need Rotary to help their careers and to give back to their communities. In turn, Rotary needs these young professionals for new ideas and to ensure that Rotary will last another 100 years. Meanwhile, soon-to-be or recent retirees have great experience and wisdom to offer a club. Rotary is uniquely positioned to meet the needs of multiple generations. Last June, your Rotary International Board of Directors voted to adopt a new vision statement reflecting our identity and the single purpose that unites the diversity of our work. Together we see a world where people unite and take action to create change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. How many of you have been asked, what is Rotary? And how many of you have struggled with an answer to this very basic question? A classmate of mine from India came up with a good answer. Rotary is a global network of 1.2 million neighbors, friends, leaders, and problem solvers who come together to make a positive, lasting change in communities at home and abroad. Now that's the quick elevator answer. However, solving real problems takes real commitment and real vision. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. From literacy and peace to water and health, we as Rotarians are always working to better our world, and we stay committed to that goal until the end. Rotary is made up of three parts: our clubs, Rotary International, and the Rotary Foundation. Together we work to make lasting change in our communities and around the globe. Our motto is service above self. For more than 110 years, our guiding principles have been the foundation of our values: service, fellowship, diversity, integrity, and leadership. These principles have been developed over the years to provide Rotarians with a strong, common purpose and direction. They serve as a foundation for our relationships with each other and the action we take in the world. The overriding objective of Rotary is to encourage and foster the idea of service as a basis of worthy enterprise, and in particular to encourage and foster, first, the development of acquaintance as an opportunity for service. Second, high ethical standards in business and professions, the worthiness of all useful occupations, and the dignifying of each Rotarian's occupation as an opportunity to serve society. Third, the application of the idea of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. And fourth, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world of friendship, of business and professional persons united in the idea of service. We channel our commitment to serve at home and abroad through 5 avenues of service, which are the foundation of club activity. Club service focuses on making clubs strong. A thriving club is anchored by strong relationships and an active membership development plan. Vocational service calls on every Rotarian to work with integrity and contribute their expertise to the problems and needs of society. Community service encourages every Rotarian to find ways to improve the quality of life for people in their communities and to serve public interest. International service exemplifies our global reach in promoting peace and understanding. We support this service avenue by sponsoring or volunteering on international projects, seeking partners abroad, and more. Youth service recognizes the importance of empowering youth and young professionals through leadership development programs such as Rotaract, Interact, RILA, and Rotary Youth Exchange. Rotary members believe that we have a shared responsibility to take action on the world's most persistent issues. Our 35,000 clubs work together to promote peace, fight disease, provide clean water, sanitation, and hygiene, save mothers and children, support education, and grow local communities. The Rotary Foundation transforms your gifts into service projects that change lives close to home and globally. For the last 100 years, the Foundation has spent $3 billion on life-changing sustainable projects. With your help, we can make lives better in your community and around the world. Why should you give to the Foundation? Your donation makes a difference to those who need our help most. Your donation, more than 90% of all donations go directly to supporting our service projects around the world. As Rotarians, we dig wells from which we will never drink. We vaccinate children we will never meet. We build houses we will never live in. We educate children we do not know and who don't know us. We plant trees we will never sit under. We feed hungry people regardless of race, color, or politics. And we make crawlers halfway around the world walk. Can one donation have an impact? Yes, it can save a life. A child can be protected from polio for as little as 60 cents. And our partners make your donation go even farther. For every dollar Rotary commits to polio eradication, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation commits too. And I leave you with this, and it may make you smile because you may have heard it before. Many years ago in early America, as evening came and dusk fell, the old lamplighter could be seen making his way down the street, lighting the lamps that would show the villagers the way. Dusk would fade to dark, and the old lamplighter would no longer be in sight, but you knew where he had been by the lamps he had lit. In Rotary, we too are lighting the lamps of the world, for peace, for freedom from polio, for making the world a better place, often one action, one person, one light at a time. This coming year, you all will be inspiring new Rotarians to make that difference, to light that light. Today, our members, as well as our communities, have benefited from the lights every Rotarian who preceded us has lit, and we know that their efforts were not easy. So as I close today, I wish to challenge all of us to persevere when darkness falls. And when we are also long out of sight, we will know where this generation of Rotarians has been by the lamps that we have lit. Be the inspiration. Thank you.